Hi students, how are you? I hope all are fine. Grade 8 Science Chapter 10 Changes Around Us. In this lesson, we are going to learn chemical changes, physical changes and chemical reactions. Okay, let's see. We see number of changes in our surroundings. Milk turning into curd, rusting of iron. These are all some changes. Rust resistant iron pillar. It is in Kutubinar in Delhi. It has not rusted for more than 1500 years. But no, not all the things are unchanged like this. Some physical changes are there. Changes like folding and unfolding papers and the drying wet clothes and bending into iron rod, and chemical changes, burning of paper and digestion of food, milk into curd, decaying vegetables. These are all some chemical changes. Okay, let's see some chemical changes in this lesson. So chemical changes means the chemical reactions, that is permanent reaction, permanent changes, irreversible change, produces a new substance, that is chemical changes. One or more substances undergo a reaction to form one or more new substances. Reactant, one or two reactants react with to form a product, that is chemical reactions, that is chemical change. Reactant gives the product. Okay. Next, factors determining chemical changes. Chemical changes will not occur all conditions. Certain specific conditions are required for the chemical reactions. First, some required conditions are given in our book. Contact in physical state, solutions of reactants, electricity, heat, light and catalyst. First one is contact in physical state. So burning of matchsticks on rubbing and iron material turning into the reddish brown. These changes are due to the chemical reaction by the contact in physical states. Some physical contact reactions, physical state reactions are given in our book. When dry wood comes into contact with the fire, it burns with the help of oxygen to form the carbon dioxide, which is given out as a smoke. Okay. Next one is when a matchstick is rubbed on the sides of the match box, a chemical reaction take place to form the heat, light and smoke. Okay. Third one, when quicklime calcium oxide, quicklime means calcium oxide comes into contact with water to form the salt lime, that is calcium hydroxide. Okay. From this, we can conclude that certain chemical reactions take place only when the reactants are brought into contact with each other in the physical state. Next, factors are solution of solutions of reactants. When the some milk is mixed with the coffee decoction, the color of the milk and the decoction changes due to the chemical reactions. Okay. Similarly, when we mix the two substances, that is reactants, in solution form, chemical reaction take place between them to form a new substances. But solid state, the chemical reaction will not occur. So from these examples, we infer that some chemical reaction proceed only in the solution form, not in a solid form. So the solution of reactants is must for the chemical reactions. Okay. Third one is electricity. So electricity, we use electricity for cooking, lighting and grinding, watching television for our electricity is very essential for our living life and daily life. So electricity carried out the chemical reactions. Water is made up of hydrogen and oxygen molecules. When electricity is passed through water, which contains the small amount of sulfuric acid, hydrogen and oxygen gases are liberated. Some chemical reactions proceed only by the passage of electricity. Such reactions are called electrochemical reactions or electrolysis. So electricity is must to undergo the chemical reactions. Okay. Without electricity, some reactions not uh, occur. Okay. Next one, heat. heat, when enough heat is given, some chemical reaction take place to convert the raw food items into cooked ones. Okay, in industries, limestones rocks are heated to get the quick lime calcium oxide. So some chemical reactions can be achieved by the supply of heat only. These reactions are called thermochemical reactions or thermolysis, like electrolysis. Okay, next one, light. So what will happen if there is no sunlight? So all the living organism will be affected and there will be no food for us to survive. So photosynthesis is, photo means light, synthesis means productions. Now light energy form from the sun is used by the plants to prepare the starch from carbon dioxide and water. This chemical reaction induced by the light. So without light the photosynthesis will not occur. So this is called photochemical reactions. Okay, so some chemical reactions need light to form the product. Okay, next one, catalyst. Catalyst means to speed up the reactions. So uses of the catalyst to speed up the reactions, increase the speed of the reactions. So sometimes you are advised by the elders to drink some small amount of warm water after a heavy meal. இப்போ நிறைய சாப்பிட்டீங்கன்னா கொஞ்சம் warm water குடி அப்படிம்பாங்க. Why? Because warm water makes digestion faster. So the chemical substances are used to speed up the chemical reactions. These substances are catalyzed. The catalyst will not involve in the reactions but increase the speed of the reaction, that is catalyst. Okay, next one, effect of chemical changes. You know that every chemical reaction requires a specific condition to occur. So the chemical reactions take place, there will be a product of heat, light, sound, pressure also, and many others effects. Okay, the biological effects, one is spoilage of food and vegetables. Food spoilages, spoilage of the food and vegetables, any changes that causes food unfit for the human consumptions, that affects the food quality in the form of bad taste occur and loss of nutrition. Example, rotten eggs develop a bad smell due to the formation of hydrogen sulfide gas, and decaying some vegetables and fruits due to microbes. Okay, next one, radicity of the fishes and meats. The fishes and meats contain the high level of polyunsaturated fatty acids, undergo the oxidation. It causes the bad odor when exposed to the air or light. This is called radicity. Okay. Next one, apples and fruits turn brown when we cut. When we cut, the chemical reaction with the oxygen in air. This chemical reaction is called browning. Okay, some apples and some fruits turning brown due to the chemical reaction with oxygen in air. This chemical reaction is called browning. The cells of the apples, fruits and other vegetables contain some enzymes, that is polyphenol oxidase or tyrosinase. So these catalysts contact with the biochemical reactions with oxygen to form some apples and fruits contain the phenolic compounds present in the fruits that react with the oxygen to form the brownish pigment melanins. Okay, ஸோ அதனால தான் அந்த கொஞ்ச நேரம் கட் பண்ணி வச்ச பிறகு ஆப்பிள்ஸ் என்னவா மாறுது அப்படின்னா ப்ரௌனிஷாக மாறுது. ஸோ ஓகே, நெக்ஸ்ட் ஒன், என்விரான்மெண்டல் எஃபெக்ட்ஸ், பொல்யூஷன்ஸ். So unwanted substances, unwanted changes in the physical, chemical and biological properties of the environment is called pollution. Okay, நமக்கு தேவையில்லாமல் நிறைய இதனால என்ன ஆகும்னா நிறைய டிசீசஸ் ஃபார்ம் ஆகும். இட் ப்ரொவைட்ஸ் த ஏர் டு என்விரான்மெண்ட், ப்ரொவைட்ஸ் த ஏர் டு பிரீத், வாட்டர் டு ட்ரிங்க், லேண்ட் டு ப்ரொடியூஸ் ஃபுட், தீஸ் ஆர் ஆல். ஸோ இது நமக்கு என்ன ஆகுது அப்படின்னா ஃபேக்ட்ரிஸ்னாலேயோ அல்லது அன்வான்ட் திங்ஸாலேயோ பொல்யூட் ஆகுது. டியூ டு த இன்க்ரீசிங் ஹியூமன் ஆக்டிவிட்டி, லாட் ஆஃப் கெமிக்கல் சப்ஸ்டன்சஸ் ஆர் ப்ரொடியூஸ் ஆர்டிஃபிஷியலி to harm all the living and non-living things. So next one, rusting. when we happen what happens when the steel benches during rainy season, so the iron metal comes into the contact with water and oxygen, it undergoes the chemical reaction called rusting. என்ன ஆகும், தகரம் மேலாம் எப்படி இருக்கும் அப்படின்னா ஒரு ப்ரௌனிஷாக நமக்கு ஒரு தொட்டம்னா ஒட்டும். ஸோ இதுதான் வந்து ரஸ்டிங். ஏன்னா ஆக்சிஜனோட சேர்ந்து ரியாக்ட் ஆகி அயன் என்னவா மாறுது அப்படின்னா ரஸ்ட்டாக மாறிடுது. நெக்ஸ்ட் ஒன், so tarnishing of metal articles, shiny metal surfaces and other articles lose their shining appearance due to the chemical reactions on the surface. சில்வர் வந்து எப்படி இருக்கும்னா பிளாக்காக மாறிடும். காப்பர் மேலே பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ஒரு க்ரீனிஷ் லேயர் ஃபார்ம் ஆகும். ஸோ இதெல்லாம் என்ன அப்படின்னா டியூ டு த கெமிக்கல் ரியாக்ஷன் பிட்வீன் த காப்பர் அண்ட் மாய்ஸ்ட் ஏர் டு ஃபார்ம் த பேசிக் காப்பர் கார்பனேட் அண்ட் காப்பர் ஹைட்ராக்சைடு. ஓகே, நெக்ஸ்ட் ப்ரொடக்ஷன் ஆஃப் ஹீட், லைட், சவுண்ட் அண்ட் ப்ரெஷர். கெமிக்கல் ரியாக்ஷன் நடக்கும்போது நமக்கு என்ன ஃபார்ம் ஆகும் அப்படின்னா ஹீட், லைட், சவுண்ட், ப்ரெஷர் வந்து ஃபார்ம் ஆகுதுங்கிறாங்க. ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஒன், ப்ரொடக்ஷன் ஆஃப் ஹீட். you rub your palms in winter season, you keep yourself warm. Okay, so some chemical reaction produces the heat energy also. This is called exothermic reactions. When you add the water in the quicklime, a lot of heat is released and produce the salt lime, கால்சியம் ஹைட்ராக்சைடு. அந்த பாட்டிலை தொட்டு பார்த்தோம்னா நமக்கு எப்படி இருக்கும் அப்படின்னா ஹீட்டாக நம்ம ஃபீல் பண்ணுவோம். நெக்ஸ்ட் ஒன், ப்ரொடக்ஷன் ஆஃப் லைட். When you ignite a candle, you get the light as a result of burning. So this is the chemical reactions produces the light. So even fireworks also during the festival time they produce the different colors lights due to the chemical reactions. Next, production of sound. When we speak, sound is produced. So like when you hit the metals also produce the sound. So some chemical reaction to produce the sound when they take place. For example, the firecrackers during Deepavali we are burning means we burnt the chemical substances present in the crackers. Due to the chemical reactions it produce the sound. Next one, production of pressure. When you compress the hard balloon having a full of air, it will burst. So it is due to the sudden release of the air from the balloon as the result of increased pressure or compression. Okay, so when so some chemical reaction produces the need the pressure also. When they ignited, they explode due to the pressure generated by the gases from the chemical reactions. You hear a huge sound. Okay, so some reactions produces when we release the air from the chemical reaction, it produces the production of pressure, it gives the sound also. Okay, next, production in this chapter, production of heat, light, sound and pressure. So some chemical reaction produces the during the chemical reaction produce the heat, light, sound and pressure. Okay, so what we learned from this lesson, chemical changes, physical changes and effects of factors affects the chemical changes and biological effects during the chemical reaction produce the heat, light, sound and pressure. Okay, that's all children. You read the lesson 1 or 2 times. Okay, thank you. In this lesson we learn chemical changes, physical changes and chemical reaction in our daily life and effects of chemical changes during the chemical reactions. Okay, thank you children. We will see in the next video.